the United Nations Secretary-General, Ban Ki-moon, said that punishment by hanging should no longer exist in the 21st century. Mr. Ban Ki-moon requested all countries to take serious steps in abandoning the punishment by hanging. On Thursday, the 3rd of July 2014, Navi Pillai, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, told the reporters in a conference in Vienna that the goal in the discussions between Iran and the top 6 powerful countries of the world is to reach an agreement on Iran's nuclear program. However, they should consider addressing the human rights issues as well. Mehdi Khazali, who has been on a hunger strike for the past 22 days, is currently in the Imam Khomeini hospital and has not been given permission to have any visitors. The Amnesty International and the human rights defenders urged the Iranian government to release Dr. Latif Hassani from the prison as soon as possible.
According to reports, the chief police and the public safety forces of Loristan city announced that during the past week, 15 internet cafes in this province have been shut down.
During the past week, Marzia Rasooli, a critic journalist, was summoned to serve her 2 years imprisonment and 50 lashes. Marzia Rasooli is charged with propaganda against the regime and disturbing the public order by participating in different assemblies and parties. Furthermore, on Monday the 7th of July 2014, a labour activist spoke about the difference between the wages for male and female workers and said that the average wages for male workers in all occupational categories is less than the average wages for men in the same categories, and this difference has been imposed on women by the society and has forced them to accept the present situation. Sajjadeh Arab-Sorkhi introduced herself to the Evin prison in order to serve her 1-year imprisonment sentence. This reformist political activist is the eldest daughter of Feyzullah Arab-Sorkhi. She was summoned for interrogation and her passport was seized after returning to Iran. Sajjadeh Arab-Sorkhi is charged with propaganda against the regime. On Thursday, the 10th of July 2014, Mahmoud Alizadeh Tabatabai, the lawyer of Mrs. Sabah Zarpeik, with regards to her indictment, announced that Sabah Zarpeik has been charged with propaganda against the regime and disseminating lies by the attorney. Reza Shahabi, a labour activist and a political prisoner who has been on a hunger strike for over 35 days, is currently in a critical health condition. On Monday the 7th of July 2014, more than 50 workers were fired from the Lian Oil Refining and Trading, located in the Special Economic Zone 2 of Bushehr city. On Tuesday the 8th of July 2014, nearly 100 workers of the Zagros Steel Company gathered in front of the Social Welfare of Administration Cooperative of the Kurdistan Province in order to express their disagreement towards the uncertainty over the advertisements related to the official dissolution of this factory, as well as expressing their support towards the 274 workers who are currently in limbo.
On Saturday, the 5th of July 2014, 7 Baha'i citizens received their prison sentences by Branch 1 of the Revolutionary Court in the city of Urumia. 3 of the mentioned 7 have been sentenced to 6 years imprisonment, and the other 4 have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. On Saturday, the 5th of July, 3 Christian converts who were members of a group known as the Church of Iran were arrested in the city of Anzali. Abdul Rahman Sangani, a disabled Sunni prisoner who was sentenced to death, has been deprived from appropriate medical care. 3 citizens of Sanandaj by the names of Mayad Ahmadi, Izzat Golparipur, and Shahu Haidari have been given prison sentences as well as fines on the grounds of acting against national security and being in relationships with one of the Kurdish parties. On Tuesday the 8th of July, the intelligence officers of Mashhad city entered the home of a Baha'i citizen called Saqi Fadai with his arrest warrant and took him to prison.
In Iran today, citizens are under constant surveillance. Those who do not conform are often persecuted. Even children who dream of one day becoming contributing members of society are not immune. Those whose thoughts and beliefs are different are denied the right to a higher education, their dreams and futures destroyed. If you believe that access to education is a basic human right, bring a voice to the voiceless of Iran. Send a message to your government. Together, let's speak up and safeguard their future.
Ramin Hossein Panahi, a civil activist from the city of Dehgelani, was arrested for 5 hours by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. Ramin Hossein Panahi is the younger brother of Anwar Hossein Panahi, who is a Kurdish civil activist. On Wednesday the 2nd of July 2014, Ziba Mohammadian, the wife of a religious prisoner in the Evin prison called Ali Tahiri, was arrested at her house. Furthermore, after enduring 5 years of imprisonment sentence, Behzad Nabavi, a political prisoner, was sentenced to 1 more year imprisonment by Judge Moghisieh in the Branch 28 of the Revolutionary Court. The court then converted the new sentence into a fine of 10 million riyals.
Sayed Mohammad Ebrahimi, a political prisoner in Evin prison, has been suffering from nosebleeds for the past few months. However, the prison's medical centres have not yet provided any treatments for him. Furthermore, the doctors and experts from the Qazl Hassar prison have been warning about the dangerous health conditions of Hamed Ahmadi, Kamal Malayi, Jamshid Deghani, and Jahangir Deghani, who have all been on a hunger strike for the past 23 days. A prisoner accused of kidnapping who was serving his sentence in Bandar Abbas prison recently passed away. According to reports, he was suffering from a broken hip bone which was causing internal bleeding, and his death was a result of medical negligence. The Organization for Civil Registration in Iran announced that during the last 9 months of the year 2013, over 30,000 girls under the age of 15 were legally married. According to reports, Sayyid Hojatollah Mosavi Ojar, the councillor of Kermanshah city, believes that many children are being forced into child labour. On Wednesday the 9th of July, the Zafarani bath, one of the historical baths called Ashgar Madrase, which was being used until very recently, was demolished due to corrosion and a lack of finance.